My name's Diane Burchett. I'm the dual enrollment coordinator at Aiken Technical College, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the program and hope that you join us in the future. Slide.
Got it.
Okay, so as you know, or as I don't know if you know or not, this is for high school juniors and seniors, and you get your, it gives you the opportunity to get both high school and college credit. So you're really double dipping, which is kind of nice because what it does is it gets you ahead of the game when you go to college. It's going to save you money. These classes do transfer over to a four-year school in the state, sometimes out of the state as well. So if you're planning on going to like USCA or any of the Clemson, wherever you want to go, basically everything that you do with us will go with you there. So you're not losing credit and you're not wasting your time. Slide. We usually look for, these are our requirements or our qualifications. If you've done the SAT, it's a 500 verbal and math. If you've done an ACT, English 18 and a math 22. Test scores, I don't feel like they're used that much anymore. Really? I mean,
except for USC Aiken. USC Aiken.
Oh, they do.
They do for dual enrollment, but Aiken Tech.
Not really. I mean, this is what I'm going to look for when I see your transcripts. I'm looking for a GPA of 3.0 because that says to me, yeah, you're a committed student and you're going to be able to do it. And also a B average in your highest high school English, and also in Algebra 2 or pre-calculus. That will put you right into the college courses. This is great for you guys because this is brand new. The South Carolina Workforce Industry Needs Scholarship covers any dual enrollment student who wants to work on an associate in art or science. That's probably what the majority of you will be doing. There's other options as well, but these cover total costs for tuition, materials, and it's up to $5,000 a year, I believe. And you need to maintain a 2.0 average to continue using it. So if you take a couple classes, like say in the fall, and you don't do that, then you won't get the money in the spring. But if you get above a 2 point, which is a C average, you get the money. So it's not that hard to maintain that. Next slide. These are some of the other programs that WINS covers. Some of these are offered at the Career Center. I'm not going to read them to you because that's insulting, because I know y'all can read. So just, here's a couple examples. Criminal justice, the welding program, computer sciences, those are all covered by the WINS program. So those are also low to no cost. Next slide. Now, if you decide that you want to take a minimum of 6 credit hours, you also get lottery funding. So what it pretty much means is the majority of your classes are, I hate to say free, but in a way, it's free.
Significantly discounted.
Yes, there you go. There you go. We do offer different options, which this is a little bit different than USCA. You can do them online, you can do them face-to-face, or you can do a combination, which is one day on campus, and then the rest you do online. And I recommend that for the dual students, just because it's great to have a contact person, an instructor, someone that you can actually ask questions and things like that. I think that's a really good way to go. You can also do them virtually. We have a distance learning group of students that are out further at Silver Bluff and Ridge Spring and Wagger Sally who can't get to campus as easily, so they do all their classes virtually. This is what's really important, and Andrew, I know, talked about this. The expectations for college are different than high school. We're not going to hold your hand. We're not going to, we are your supporters. We are your cheerleaders. We will support you and do whatever you need, what we can do for you to have you become successful. But it's important that you know that we're not going to follow you around. So it's independent. You want to make sure you're self-motivated and that you're staying on track, because once you start these classes, that's where your college permanent record starts. So it could go two ways. One way, if you do really well, this really sets you up for a good moving forward. It also sets you up for Hope Scholarship and what's the other one? Life Scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
It sets you up for those things. But if you don't do well, then the consequence is that you may not be eligible for these scholarships, or you may not be eligible for financial aid in the future. So just know your grade is important. Now, keep in mind, all you have to do is pass the class. You get a C, you're good, okay? Now, it does weight differently on your GPA. So if you do well in our classes, it's average, I don't know how to, it's average higher, it counts higher. So it can.
It's like 0.5.
Yeah.
Higher weighting.
Weighted,
0.5
yes, it's higher weighted.
Yes.
So what it can do is, you do well in our classes, it increases that GPA. If you don't do as well, you know, if you get a C though, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a college level course, we do expect more from you. But that's really I would say out of everything, that's what's really important to remember. And you don't, you know, this isn't for everyone. If you're finding you're struggling and you don't want to continue with the program, you just say, you have an opportunity to say I'm out, and it doesn't hurt you in any way. You can withdraw from a class. It goes on your record, but it doesn't count against your GPA. And really, honestly, you can withdraw halfway.
You just need to be committed.
Yeah.
You need to be committed.
Yeah.
There's really no withdrawals, because
Right.
you're
With
counting-
you guys, that's true.
Correct. With us, if you withdraw,
Yeah.
it's gonna hurt your GPA.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
For the college, they have different rules.
Yeah.
But you're still expected to follow the South Carolina
Yeah.
Department of Education dual enrollment
Right.
grading criteria.
Right.
And so withdrawal will penalize you.
And then for you guys, I am your advisor. So once you've gone through the application process, you'll be able to meet with me. I'll get you registered for classes. You can pretty much, you can do usually we do the English, the math classes, the general studies, psychology classes. Those are all classes that you're gonna need no matter where you go to school. You also need to take speech. Most colleges require that. Some colleges I know require a language. I don't know that it's every four-year program, but they do, a lot of those do. Next slide. As an ATC student or as a dual enrollment student, you're welcome to any of our resources. We have a brand new Learning Commons. You can get coaching, you can get tutoring, and this is another one that I think it's important. I like to stress this one. If you're writing a paper, you can get someone to look at it and kind of critique it, and that's a really good option. You can do the tutoring, it's free, online. You can come to campus. So they're open pretty much 8 to 9 on Monday through Thursday, and Fridays we close at 1, so you wouldn't, Friday's not the best day to try and get a tutor. I was a tutor, and I know people used to do that, and sometimes you don't get the tutor, so don't wait. Another thing, don't wait till the last minute. If you have it done or you're not sure, send it to one of us and we'll look at it. We have excellent math tutors, and we also have other tutors in other subjects, so if you're a dual student, you have access to those tutors as well. We have a wellness program, so if you need counseling, we have someone who can do like minor counseling. If you need accommodations or anything like that, they're different than they are in high school, but we absolutely, that's a law, we have to provide that for you. We also do, you can participate in campus activities, you can become part of one of the, a student organization if you should have the time to do that. And of course, we do commencement and awards night. And then this is kind of a guideline. Counselor approval, which is probably why you're here. Priority, we like to have them by March 1st, but if you don't, that's.
No, March 1st is the South Aiken
Oh, that's
deadline.
right, for you, yes.
If you try to apply
Yep.
in August, I'm gonna deny it.
Yep,
If you try to apply in July, I'm gonna deny it.
right, June,
Apply
you're
it-
gonna,
If you decide to apply in December of your senior year, I'm gonna deny it.
yeah,
March 1st is the deadline,
yes,
no matter what. You can always withdraw your application.
right,
So my advice is if you are even remotely considering it, go ahead and apply, and you, at least by March 1st,
Right.
and then later on, if you decide in July or August that you don't wanna do it, that's fine, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Because we've at least got the ball rolling, we've submitted all your paperwork. You guys need to understand that an application process takes time. I can't not tell you the number of people who come in my office and say, Mrs. Weimer, I wanna turn this application in
I know.
today. Well, guess what?
yeah,
I've gotta do X, Y, and
Yeah.
Z.
Yeah.
It's not happening today.
yeah,
Okay, applications take time, don't wait till the last minute. Our deadline is March 1st, and I can promise you, I am firm
Yeah.
on that deadline.
yes.
So
And-
apply, you can withdraw later if you decide not to do it.
And I thank you for that, because what will happen because like she says, there's a process, and it's not it doesn't happen overnight. The application comes in quickly, and I can look at that application and I can do my preliminary work, but you have also paperwork that you have to do, like this parent permission form, that has to be in, that the state requires that. If you're gonna do dual with us, you have to have that form. I know USDA probably has something similar.
They do, they do.
You need this FAFSA waiver, that's really important, that's state. This SC wins form, that's what's covering the cost. If we don't have that, you're gonna get a bill. And I know you don't want one. I mean, your parents don't want one, and I'm sure you don't either.
Exactly.
And then what happens is, that has like a snowball effect.
Mhm.
Because then someone calls me and says, why did I get a bill? And then I'll have to go back and say, you didn't fill out the forms. And as simple as that sounds, when there's
It's a lot.
300 students doing this, I'm keeping track of all those forms. And so, yeah, really,
It's a lot.
that is probably that's the best advice you can
And
give
again, it's
them.
the reason why we have the priority deadline of
Yeah.
March 1st,
Exactly.
and no other time of the year.
Exactly. And then, once all that's in and I have all that, I'll email you or whatever, and you can schedule an appointment and we'll get you set up and started. It's the process is pretty simple. You just have to make sure you're diligent about it. And then here's our website. Next slide. That's the website. There's a couple tips just to let you know when you fill out the application. What you're gonna do is you're gonna create an account. It asks for an email, personal email. Remember this, personal email, okay? Because I can't get you, I can't reach you if you put your public school account in. It's blocked. So if you do that, then you're gonna miss information. We also ask for a parent email just for that reason. You wanna make sure when you're applying, you put fall 2025, because that would be the semester. You wanna make sure you put dual enrollment student and not first-time student. There's a drop-down, it's the second one in the drop-down. Not a first-time student, even though in a way that's what you are. Dual is what you wanna put in.
Great advice.
Citizen, you wanna make sure you've lived here in the county for at least a year. Make sure you put down a correct Aiken address if you can. Let me think, what else? You wanna put down that you're gonna be part-time, 6 credit hours. These are all things that are on the application that you might say, I don't know what to do with this. And then the rest of the application, they ask things like about, I don't know, like, there's some things you don't necessarily have to answer. They're more for our purposes, recording purposes, things like that. So it might ask you how you want to get the application, or what's your best way to contact you, things like that. And those are things that it's data collection for us. All right, is there anybody that has any questions?
So I got the links on my phone from my mother.
Cool.
And I signed up, I think almost 2 weeks ago now.
What's your name?
Charles Hudman. It might have come through. I did it for BA Systems. I don't remember not BA. I don't remember the.
Okay, because that's not a name that's familiar, and I looked. So maybe you might have put first time. If you did that, I wouldn't see it necessarily. Did you make sure you put dual?
Yeah, Yeah, for this occasion.
Oh, yeah.
School related.
Yep,
Yes.
yes.
There's no service, yeah.
Oh, of course. Naturally, right? When you
Uh-huh.
need it, when you're allowed to use it and you need it.
Did you have a question?
Uh-huh.
No? Did you have a question, dear?
Are all of the programs open or is it just like some?
You can pretty much do anything. For most of the programs that if you're interested in, you're gonna need the basic English 101.
Right.
You're gonna need those courses anyway, so no matter what you wanna do in your future, you're gonna start off with the basic classes that you're gonna need no matter what program you go into. So if you're interested in nursing or something like that, you still need the English 101 and the 102 and all those other classes. But those will help you as you move forward
Yes.
to like a nursing program. That's the one I can think of offhand.
So we're still as taking this program?
Here's, no, you cannot. Because here's the stipulation with dual enrollment. Dual enrollment means that the South Carolina Department of Education has predetermined the courses that you are allowed to take on a college campus that will also count for high school credit. An EMS course taken on a college campus would be considered what is called concurrent enrollment, meaning that you're not gonna get high school credit for it. You can take an EMS course, I can't tell you no, but you're gonna take an EMS course that's gonna count towards your college
Right.
transcript, but not towards your high school transcript.
So there wouldn't be an advantage necessarily to doing that. Because
So, yes, you guys just need to understand that difference, because I cannot tell you enough the
Yeah.
number of students who have asked to take a class and I've said absolutely no, that's concurrent. You can take it if you want to, but I'm not giving you high school credit for it. Okay?
and the main thing you want to do with dual is the whole advantage, and the reason you do dual is that you're getting both your high school and your college
Right.
out of the way, because you've got to get your high school diploma before
Correct.
you can move
Right.
forward. So
But there are plenty of other classes you can take. In reality, to get to your EMS,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to take English 101.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to take Math 110.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to take these prerequisites, that those are the ones that we're encouraging you to do now. And then, once you graduated from high school, you can take those fun EMS classes, and you can actually probably get done in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Because you've done some stuff here now. Does that make sense?
what it does is it kind of accelerates you once
Yes.
you're in college, and it saves you time. So whatever you do here, let's say you just do the 101, the 102 math, and that's 12 credit hours.
That's almost a year. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like almost a year of college. So definitely some things to think about.
Yeah.
Okay?
But if you have questions, and you know what? I didn't even realize this, but if you took one of these, you can scan the QR code, and that'll take you right to the app, which is
Perfect.
nice. I forget about it because I
Yeah.
haven't used it yet. This is a newer form
I
for
like
me.
it.
So this takes you right to where you need to go. But if you have questions, my info's on here, and you're filling out the app and you don't know what to do, call me. My phone's like this far away from me, so
You
I'll
guys-
answer. And
Do you have to turn this into me? This is my notification that you are applying to Aiken Tech, and I want you to put ATC up here, or write Aiken Tech at the top for me. I don't want it. Don't until you get a parent signature. Don't worry about Mr. Fuller's signature. I will get those at one time from him. Please don't bombard him with these forms. I will make sure that he signs off, and he will, as long as you're in good academic standing. Do you guys have any questions about the process here at South Aiken? So apply online when you go. If you go to the Aiken Tech website, I will warn you, there is a search button, and if you type in dual enrollment under their search button, you don't necessarily find dual enrollment. You have to type in early start. So, because it is what they call it, it's the early start program.
But with the application, what comes up is actually if you see, this is what it looks like. This is what our website looks like. It says apply right there. So you hit apply and then apply online, and you're good.
Just make sure you select the dual enrollment,
Yes.
not first time.
Yes.
You guys have any questions, you guys can stop by my office.